You smell copper and burnt plastic. The taste is metallic. It burns the back of your throat instantly. The steel door slammed shut seconds ago. You are breathing heavy. A thick, sweet vapor is already infiltrating the air intake vents. This isn't a power outage. This is a containment failure. You are in the public storage facility off the interstate, Unit 41B. 72 hours is all you get, maybe less. This isn't a movie set. This is a contamination zone, and you are locked inside the hot zone. You check your pocket. No signal. Nobody knows you are here. Your greatest enemy right now is not a zombie. It is the clock. It is the chemistry. The countdown starts now. Forget the panic. Panic is a self-inflicted execution protocol. Your only job is to turn this cheap steel cage into a life raft. Here is the thing about immediate disaster. It always starts with silence and uncertainty. Your immediate problem is not escape yet. It is breathing clean air. You need to identify the threat type first. Is it a heavy chemical plume that sinks? Is it a volatile biological aerosol that rises? Or is it the silent killer, radiological dust? Assume the worst combination of all three. Your storage unit is now your coffin or your castle. We are playing a cold, silent game of thermodynamics and desperation. Low-tech solutions always beat dead electronics. Your IQ just became your most vital multi-tool. Phase 1. Air. Immediately find the means to seal this unit. Look for anything pliable. Plastic sheeting, old tarps, even garbage bags. If you are lucky, someone stored a roll of shrink wrap or thick construction poly. Your goal is airtight integrity. Seal the door gaps first. Use duct tape, packing tape, or even strips of clothing soaked in stored adhesive if necessary. The gap beneath the door is the worst culprit. Stuff it with rags, blankets, or shredded cardboard. Next, the air vents. Storage units often have small passive vents near the ceiling or floor. Plug them ruthlessly. Use whatever non-porous material you find. This isolation buys you precious minutes. Now, the filtration dilemma. If the contaminant is visible dust or heavy aerosol, you need a filter. A surgical mask or a thin shirt is useless. Look for a vacuum cleaner bag. Older models use HEPA filters. This is a gold mine if you find one. Failing that, find activated charcoal. Fish tank filters, old gas masks, or even some types of water filters contain it. If you find charcoal, crush it and pack it between 2 layers of dense cloth. This improvised respirator is your best bet against organic vapors. Remember this: charcoal absorbs gas, but it does not filter CO or pure radiation. It only buys you time to move. Phase 2. Scouting and resource extraction. We assume you don't have a full go bag, so we scavenge the resources of 100 strangers. Move laterally immediately. Do not try to pick the main exterior lock yet. That draws attention. The walls between units are sheetrock and thin steel studs. They are fire-rated, not security-rated. Find a heavy, sharp object, a stored shovel, a pry bar, a heavy pipe, or even a large wrench. Shear the metal paneling at the corner joints. Do not make unnecessary noise. Use slow, controlled force. Breach the wall into the adjacent unit. Unit 42. A is now part of your operating base. Loot aggressively, but quietly. Prioritize water. Check for bottled water, sports drinks, or even stored alcohol that is high-proof and unflavored. Avoid tap water from the facility restroom unless you have no choice. It might be compromised. If you find stored fire extinguishers, check the type. Dry chemical, ABC powder, can be used to blind an attacker or create a diversion. It is corrosive, so handle it carefully. Look for canned food or MREs. Ignore anything perishable or stored without proper climate control. Food poisoning in a contamination zone is a death sentence. Focus on tools. You need a lighter or matches. You need cutting tools. You need lubricants. Motor oil, WD-40, or cooking spray found in someone's kitchen box can silence squeaking hinges and ease lock mechanisms. Collect batteries, even dead ones. They might hold a small charge for a radio or flashlight later. Thermodynamics is crucial. If the exterior temperature drops, so does the interior. Hypothermia is a silent killer, even indoors. Layer up using stored blankets, clothing, or even plastic wrapping. If the contaminant is a heavy vapor, stay high. If it is light, stay low, but generally stay off the concrete floor, which radiates cold quickly. Phase 3. Defensive movement. The 72-hour window means extraction is highly unlikely before the 3-day mark. If you hear exterior activity, it is likely opportunistic looters, not rescue teams. Looters are predictable. They hit the front gate and the biggest, most obvious locks first. They are driven by greed, not survival. They are noisy and impatient. This is your opportunity to move. Under the cover of their noise, breach 2 or 3 more units laterally. Move toward the perimeter of the facility. Do not head toward the main office or the exit. Head toward the back wall or the maintenance access point. Keep one unit sealed and stocked as your primary retreat. Always leave an escape hole behind you. Never box yourself in. Psychological warfare starts here. If you encounter another person, assume they are hostile. Do not engage in conversation. Silence is your shield. If you must fight, use overwhelming force and surprise. A sharpened tool handle or a heavy lock swung in the dark is more effective than shouting. Use the environment. Stack heavy items behind thin doors. Create tripwires using twine or electrical cord. Place noisemakers, cans, or tools at your perimeter to warn of approach. Every action must minimize acoustic signature. Move like dust. Phase 4. Dealing with invisible killers. Sanitation is often forgotten, but it is critical. The contaminant might not kill you directly. Infection will. Use hand sanitizer or high-proof alcohol found in cleaning supplies or liquor. Clean all surfaces before touching food or water. Carbon monoxide is the most insidious non-contamination threat. If you attempt to heat food or water using an improvised internal flame source, you will die. CO is odorless, colorless, and displaces oxygen rapidly. It feels like a headache or fatigue, and then you simply stop caring. Do not start fires inside the unit, ever. Water purification. If scavenging dirty water, you need chlorine bleach. It must be unscented and contain between 5% and 9% sodium hypochlorite. The standard ratio is 2 drops per liter of clear water, 4 drops per liter if the water is cloudy. Wait 30 minutes before consuming. If you find iodine tablets or commercial water purification systems, prioritize those. They are faster and safer. Sustaining mental clarity is paramount. Keep a mental log. Track the hours. Force yourself to do small tasks, sharpening a tool, resealing a vent, checking resources. Routine fights the chaos in your brain. Sleep in shifts, even if you are alone. Stay vigilant during the hours between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. That is when people, or desperation, move. Phase 5. The extraction protocol. The 72 hours are nearly up. Your hearing becomes hyperacute. Listen for heavy vehicles. Listen for official sirens, not just neighborhood alarms. Listen for the specific sound of air filtration units or hazmat generators. When the rescue teams arrive, they will be systematic and slow. Do not rush them. Stay sealed until you hear definite official confirmation that the exterior contamination level is manageable. Do not expose yourself to the first wave of outside air. It might be the worst. When you finally emerge, you must be ready to comply immediately. They will treat you as a contaminated subject. Do not resist. Raise your hands, stay silent, and follow instructions. They will quarantine you. They will interrogate you. They will check your exposure levels. But you survived the environment itself. You secured the air and water. You moved only when the shadows covered you. You relied on empirical data and cold, hard calculation. This was the ultimate trial run. When you walk out, you won't look like a hero. You will look like a ghost emerging from the steel labyrinth. The world outside is about to find out how soft they really are. Welcome to the new world. Now get out. Your survival was the only goal. You won.